Another one-play Wednesday breakdown. This is 2 runs by Cordarrelle Patterson against the Seahawks. He had 17 carries for 141 yards and I think 1 touchdown. This is a drive, 5-play, 75 yards. The Falcons went down and took the lead 27-23 on a short touchdown pass over the left side to Drake London. One of the things that's so unique, if you ask me, about Patterson is he seems to be getting better with age. And that's not you're not supposed to be doing that as a running back, right? I love the Falcons' offense. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm intrigued by it. They're down there. They're committed to the running game, inside zone, outside zone. They're running the inside zone here. This edge player is kind of running at where the quarterback, Mariota, would be if he kept it and booted out to the side, and that's going to open up the cutback lane for Cordarrelle Patterson. Also, what it's going to do is it's going to put this backside inside linebacker in a real bind. The running back would have a two-way go if the linebacker tried to hedge, and take on the block or head up. You'll get the end zone angle here in a minute, and you'll see what I'm saying. And look at the burst that Patterson has. I mean, once he makes his cut, were it not for these DBs running there, Cordarrelle Patterson could take it to the house. He's a violent runner, in tight space. But when he has the opportunity to make a cut, I love the cuts and the decisions he makes. So this edge player here, number 10, is going to kind of veer off to Mariota as if Mariota is going to keep it for the boot for whatever reason, maybe a down and distance thing. And then this inside linebacker is going to be put in a lot of conflict. Number 13, who's like a strong safety you see on the screen, he's pulled out of the box by the motion that's left to right on our screen, but right to left for the offense. So it's going to kind of pull 13 out of there. And here's the conflict that 57 is put in. Because the edge player is going at Mariota, now Patterson's going to cut this underneath, all right? Let's say 57 has some intuition, or he kind of reads that, and he kind of stays to the outside of this blocker. So he gets on this tight end's left shoulder. What's that going to do for Patterson? Patterson's then going to be able to wind it back on the inside. Now you may say, well, coach, this D tackle is there. Yeah, but he's running lateral and he's dealing with a blocker at the same time. It's a special D tackle who can be running this way to his left, put his left foot in the ground, plant it, and then burst back in this direction and make a tackle on a running back. So they've just got one guy in a bind, the edge player, number 10, with the run away or pass boot option to him. And then simultaneous to that, they've got this guy in a bind in terms of the running back having a two-way go. As it is, 57 stays on the inside of that tight end. It essentially works like a down block. Patterson cuts it off of him, 40-yard gain up the left side, inside zone cutback. Stretch outside zone play to their right, the bottom side of the screen. Seahawks, I thought, were doing this consistently. They were taking edge players and they were stemming them inside. And that's a dangerous thing to do when someone's running the stretch or the outside zone, because it could very easily create this soft edge. Look at the wall that's been created by one of the tight ends or fullback. I think this is the right tackle. You've got the other split tight end who's come out and blocked well. I think that's Pitts, number 8. Check him out here. This edge player condensing down. He gets taken over by the tackle. The other tight end works up. Pitts works up. They've got off coverage here to go get the guy. And it's a really soft edge. Well, and in fact, there's no edge there for Patterson. 18-yard gain. Like I said, end of the third quarter. This was a 5-play, 75-yard drive. Patterson with 58 yards on 2 carries in this possession, capped by Drake London's, go-ahead touchdown to put them up 27-23. Falcons are interesting. I'm not saying that they're, tremendously talented. Yes, are there more talented running backs than Cordarrelle Patterson in the NFL? Yeah, sure there are. But, take a look at this, by the way. The D tackle stemming down to the A, D end stemming down here, creating that soft edge, to allow the right guard, right tackle, and the 2 tight ends to basically just take them over. I mean, look, this is the frontside guard right here. And he's got the edge player. Look at their pre-snap alignment. At 63, he's a guard. This guy's in a tight 9. But because he's stemming down like this to the inside, the guard's going to be able to take him over. So they're essentially getting tackle, tight end out on the edge. And it's just too many people in that space for the Seahawks to be able to handle it. Look at the nice wall that's created. You got good block by Pitts. Tight end sealed, tackle sealed. All these guys slammed themselves inside or away from the play. Patterson bounces it outside. Beautiful stuff. I love what Arthur Smith does. I always have, going back to his days with the Titans. I think he's got the right personnel there, the right mindset. Of course, the Falcons, you would presume they're looking at drafting a quarterback after this year, depending on what their record ends up being. 2 plays, inside zone and then outside zone stretch, where I think the Falcons are kind of setting the tone late third quarter on the Seahawks, and they were able to get their first win. Let me know what you think of my breakdown of those 2 runs by Cordarrelle Patterson, one of my favorite players in the NFL, very underrated guy. And what you think of the concept overall in general. If you have any suggestions for plays for me to look at, let me know. This is something I'll be doing every Wednesday during the entire NFL regular season. Appreciate you guys checking the video out.